Hello, welcome to part 2 of the Wild Swans. So basically what happened last time in part 1 was there was this king and the queen loved her rose bushes. She had a lot of rose bushes, got it? And then they together had 4 children, 3 sons and 1 daughter. Now the queen has died, and the youngest daughter, Rosalind, she reminded the king of her late wife. His late wife, the queen, and because she tended to the rose bushes every day. And then the 3 sons one day went hunting for food, and then they saw a white stag and decided to chase it. They chased it all day long until the white stag came into a clearing, which was Queen Maeve, the queen of all fairies' castles. So Queen Maeve hears the brothers disturbing her, and then so she curses them to become 3 swans. Now that they've become swans, they disappear from the kingdom, which makes the king very, very sad. So Rosalind goes to search for her brothers. I don't know why I'm getting so mixed up about pronouns, but here we are. So, along the way, she goes to an ocean, which has a beach, and, she sees an old woman carrying a big basket, and then she helps she helps the woman carry the basket, and then uh, it's like the old trope: the old person along the way, and then the other person, the protagonist gives them kindness, and then they receive a magical item. I don't know. So she eventually finds the swan's cave, which they reside in, and then she falls asleep on some leaves. And then she begins to dream of the old woman, who, guess what, becomes Queen Maeve. Let's go. I am Queen Maeve, the queen told her. Because of your kindness to me, I will give you one chance to save your brothers, but it will require great sacrifice from you. Queen Maeve swept her arm across the cave, and rose bushes appeared all around her. From these roses, you must craft 3 shirts, one for each brother. When you cover the swans with them, the spell will be broken, but you may not speak until the shirts have been completed. If you do, your words will pierce your brothers' hearts like arrows. Rosalind awoke to find the cave filled with rose bushes. When her brothers returned, she was sewing the rose petals into a fine cloth. Although she could not explain, her brothers knew that she was helping them. The Swan Princess brought Rosalind food and water and kept her warm in the shelter of their wings. She worked for many days and nights, barely pausing to rest. One evening, a woodcutter and his wife discovered the cave as they were walking along the shore. The woodcutter's wife had never seen such lovely roses, and she stepped inside the cave for a closer look. There, among the roses, she found Rosalind sewing petals into cloth. The couple took pity on the young girl alone in the cave. They insisted she return with them to their cottage, and Rosalind could not speak to resist. As they left the cave, Rosalind gathered as many roses as she could carry. She stayed with the couple for many days and did that all they asked of her. But Rosalind did not forget the dear brothers. She spent every moment she could spare sewing their garments from rose petals. When 2 shirts were complete and the third lacked only a sleeve, Rosalind sewed the last petal from her final rose. What could she do? She had to finish her task. The woodcutter's wife had a rosebush that she loved above all else. Rosalind wept as she crept outside into the dark and plucked the petals from the beloved flowers. She sewed throughout the night, and at sunrise she had finished the last shirt. "You have stolen my roses!" cried the woodcutter's wife when she saw what Rosalind had done. Rosalind fled from the house with the shirts. She raced towards her brothers, calling to them as she ran. When they heard her cries, they flew down from the sky. Rosalind quickly threw the shirts over them. The instant she did so, the 3 swans were transformed into 3 handsome princes. Now that the spell was broken, Rosalind returned to the cottage to tell her story to the woodcutter and his wife. "I am sorry to have hurt you when you were so kind to me," she said. "My brothers and I will repay you." When all was forgiven, Rosalind and her brothers began their long journey home. The good king had all but given up hope of seeing his children again. When Rosalind and his brothers returned, the king was certain that his eyes deceived him. Only when his children flocked around him and swept into his arms could he believe that it was true. The kingdom commenced a celebration that lasted for many months. The princes were careful never to hunt in Queen Maeve's forest ever again, and Rosalind returned to her rose garden. She sent her loveliest rosebush to the woodcutter's wife, and the roses bloomed all year around. The end. I hope that you liked the story. The story was very interesting. I wonder, because it's shirts, right? So, and then the text said that you had to throw it around them. So, do you just like cover them with blankets? So, if that's true, then why didn't Rosalind just make like blankets? Queen Maeve has some weird requests. But I don't know. Bye bye. See you next time on the next one. 好久不见，拜拜，拜拜，拜拜，拜拜。